to CBS Mornings. I'm Gayle King. Coming up in this hour, bright lights in the big city.
A shakeup at CBS News is likely bringing an end to Nate Burleson's four-year run on the network's premier morning program. CBS has not yet announced who will replace Tony on CBS Mornings alongside current anchors Gayle King and Nate Burleson. But there are rumors and internal speculation about possible replacements, but nothing official yet. Gayle King's future isn't settled. There have been reports she might leave when her contract expires in May 2026, but she has publicly denied plans to depart for now, and CBS insists no contract discussions have happened yet. She gone. Make sure you stay to the end. According to a report by Alexandra Steigrad in the New York Post, CBS's flagship morning show, CBS Mornings, will likely be overhauled, amid Tony DeCouple's impending move to the network's evening news program. DeCouple has filled one of the host chairs on CBS's morning program, formerly known as CBS This Morning, since 2019. In 2021, when the show rebranded to CBS Mornings, DeCouple and fellow co-host Gayle King were joined by CBS Sports NFL analyst Nate Burleson. The trio has stayed together ever since, though the show has always lagged behind the two stalwarts of morning television, ABC's Good Morning America and NBC's Today, in the ratings. King, the longest-tenured CBS morning host who began her run on the program in 2011, has a contract that expires in May, at which point network executives plan to remove her from the show. Steigrad reports that CBS executives would still like to find another role for King at the network. Remember Stephen Colbert.
It's deep into December, he's making a list, checking it twice, then handing that list to the people at ICE. Donald Trump ruins everything he touches. And lately, he's been pretty handsy, slapping his face on anything in sight. Yesterday, he launched his visa program for rich foreigners, the Trump Gold Card. Here's how it works. You pay $1 million, and in exchange you get this, okay? Pretty awful. Look, I just want a quick message here to rich immigrants. Before you pony up, have you considered Canada? You know, they have Katy Perry.
Enter Bari Weiss. She launched the Free Press, originally Common Sense, a Substack-based platform that grew rapidly into a respected independent media company with over 1 million followers and hundreds of thousands of paid subscribers. She also hosts the podcast, Honestly, and won awards like the LA Press Club's Daniel Pearl Award for Courage in Journalism. Then she was named CBS News Editor-in-Chief on October 6, 2025. Paramount acquired the Free Press for a reported $150 million, and Weiss was named Editor-in-Chief of CBS News, the first person to hold that title at the network. In this role, she reports directly to Paramount Skydance CEO David Ellison and is tasked with reshaping CBS News' editorial direction, boosting credibility, and broadening audience reach. This appointment is widely seen as a major shift for the longtime broadcast newsroom and part of a broader strategy to rebrand and revitalize the network's journalism. What her role means. As editor-in-chief, Weiss now oversees editorial strategy across CBS News, including morning and evening shows, investigative programs, and coverage standards. She's already made prominent staffing decisions, like naming Tony DeCouple as CBS Evening News anchor, and her leadership signals a new editorial direction for the storied network. With both DeCouple and King heading for the exits, it seems like a natural time for CBS to completely retool its morning show, which apparently will not include Nate Burleson. The former wide receiver has held down a weekday job on TV ever since joining the debut season of Good Morning Football on NFL Network in 2016. There, Burleson honed his craft for 5 years before taking on the decidedly different role of network morning show host in 2021. He's widely seen as one of the most versatile talents in all of television, having recently expanded outside of studio work to call games on Netflix's Christmas Day NFL broadcast and during Nickelodeon's Slime Time altcasts. Burleson is one of the rare athletes that has successfully crossed over from sports media to general interest programming. The Trump effect. Trump didn't directly fire, hire, or reshuffle anyone at CBS, but he bent the gravity of the entire media system, and CBS is reacting to that pressure, whether they admit it or not. Here's the CBS Trumpian moves. John Dickerson, departing CBS News at the end of 2025 after co-anchoring CBS Evening. Maurice Dubois, exiting CBS Evening News. His last broadcast is in December 2025. Dana Jacobson and Michelle Miller, longtime co-hosts of CBS Saturday Morning, were let go as part of layoffs and a major overhaul of the Saturday broadcast. Lisa Ling, veteran journalist and on-air personality, has publicly spoken about being cut from CBS News during layoffs. Jeff Glor, former CBS Saturday Morning co-anchor, was laid off earlier in 2024 as part of cost-cutting and program shifts. Donald Trump has no formal role in CBS News decisions, no executive power, no board seat, no phone call saying, "You're fired." And that's not the point. Trump did something more disruptive. He destroyed the old trust model of legacy media. He relentlessly branded outlets like CBS as biased, out of touch, or elitist. He trained tens of millions of viewers to question anchors, not just stories, by attacking and talking down to the media. He turned media itself into a political actor, not a neutral referee. Once that genie was out of the bottle, ratings, credibility, and audience loyalty became unstable, and networks hate instability more than criticism. Morning shows like CBS Mornings Live on Trust, familiar faces, a calm, consensus-friendly tone. Trump-era politics shattered that environment. Now viewers polarized, older audiences drifted, younger audiences went digital or ideological. Tony Dokoupil moving from mornings to CBS Evening News isn't random. The post-Trump media logic says evening's news should show authority, gravity, consolidation. The morning's news should be lighter tone, higher churn, more risk. That's a defensive move in a world Trump helped destabilize. Old school move, actually. Walter Cronkite would recognize it. Before Trump, anchors like Gayle King were untouchable brands. Now anchors themselves became political symbols. Neutrality became a liability. Contracts became leverage points. CBS hasn't removed Gayle King, but the fact her contract timing is news tells you everything. Trump didn't cause any of it, but he normalized it. This is the quiet part most people miss. Trump dominates attention cycles. Election years now break newsrooms. Every outlet fears being either ignored or captured by the narrative. CBS is restructuring ahead of another Trump-centered cycle, whether he's on the ballot, in court, or simply dominating oxygen. Trump is living ad-free in their heads. This is preemptive positioning. Old media tightening ranks before the storm. Trump reshaped the audience, which reshaped the business. CBS is reacting to a media world Trump helped fracture. The shakeups are defensive, not ideological. Tired of Trump yet?
...
Subscribe for more.